Hello all, Povetkin Vs Whyte II. Will it be repeat or revenge? Let me know down in the comments right after you hit the like, the subscribe and the notification bell if you haven't already. This is a rematch that I've been looking forward to for, well, ever since the first fight finished. And that's a bit strange for me to say that really, because I wasn't particularly that excited about the first fight. Like many other people, I thought that Dillian Whyte was probably going to win, and things were sort of in his favour to do so. It was what was expected. But as we know with the heavyweight division, sometimes we are thrown a curve ball. I wasn't going to watch this fight the first time round because it was a pay-per-view fight. Those of you that haven't watched this channel before back in the day, you might not know how I feel about pay-per-view. Well, when it comes to Sky TV, for example, I'm already paying a Sky Sports subscription, so I don't see why I should be paying another charge on top of that to watch a contest. I'm already paying to view with my subscription fee. But of course, this is another topic for another day. I did, however, end up watching the contest, just not in my own property. And I have to say, I was shocked. I was surprised. Dillian Whyte was boxing very well. He'd established his jab quite nicely. He was going to the body well. He weighed in at 18 stone, whereas Povetkin was around 16 stone. So obviously Whyte had a size advantage, and that was maybe a strength advantage as well. Managed to put Povetkin down twice with the left hook. Both times Povetkin was caught with that shot when he was coming in, trying to fight back, trying to do the toe-to-toe thing, probably to get past Whyte's jab. Dillian Whyte has very, very long arms. And Povetkin left himself open twice to that shot, and twice he got up. So by the time the fourth round finished, things were certainly in Whyte's favour. He was in control of the fight. The commentary team thought so, and probably everyone watching at home thought so. Not that I put much weight behind what the Sky commentary team says these days. I think they get worse every single contest. We were all wrong to underestimate Povetkin. I think in the blink of an eye it seemed we've forgotten that this guy had only ever been stopped once, and that was by Anthony Joshua. Only been beaten twice by Joshua and Vladimir Klitschko in his entire career. And he was still knocking people out, giving young prospects, people like Michael Hunter, people like Hughie Fury, he was still giving them a tough night's work, and in the case of Hughie Fury, beating them over 12 rounds. So why all of a sudden, on the lead up to Whyte Povetkin 1, were we writing Povetkin off? Why were we saying this is kind of a foregone conclusion that Whyte was going to win it? Povetkin reminded us who he is, what he's about, and why he is still such a force in boxing. It was beautiful. He slipped the straight right hand from Whyte, came back with a beautiful uppercut, landed it perfectly. It was textbook. It's the sort of move that you get the kids practicing down at the boxing club at amateur level. If you can slip the shot, come back with the counter, you can end a fight just like that. And there was no coming back from that for Dillian Whyte. He was literally knocked out. Thankfully, nothing too serious, and he's come back for more. He wanted an instant rematch, and that shows the calibre of fighter that Dillian Whyte is. So I'm interested in seeing how this fight's going to pan out. Taking place in Gibraltar, they've actually commemorated a £2 coin specifically for this contest, which is for the WBC interim title. Again, you can attribute as much weight to that as you want. Neither of these boxers are going to be getting a shot at that WBC title anytime soon, because obviously Fury and Joshua are going to have the division held up for as long as needs be till their contest. But titles, £2 coins and various other baubles aside, this is still a great contest between two very, very good heavyweights that belong in probably the top 10 of the division. As for predictions, who I think is going to win, well, it's a heavyweight contest and a competitive one at that. Whyte knows he can knock down Povetkin. Whyte knows he can get to him to the body. Whyte knows that when he gets his jab working, that very long reach will work for him on his night. But you cannot underestimate Povetkin. You can't switch off. You can't cruise with this guy. You can't think you're in control. For Povetkin, he needs to learn from the last contest. He needs to make sure that he's not open to that counter left hook, because whilst he got up from it twice last time, this time he might not be so lucky. I don't think this fight's going to go the distance. I lean towards Dillian Whyte just because he's that little bit younger and a little bit fresher maybe. And maybe Povetkin will get old overnight. But I see this pretty much as a 50-50 contest. There's a lot on the line for both men. The winner of this can cement their place in the division and force bigger fights and bigger paydays. For the loser of this contest, the future's definitely uncertain. For Povetkin, well, you have to ask how much longer has he got left. For Whyte, still being relatively young, nowhere near the end of his career, I think it would be very difficult for him to come back from this. I would say that Whyte needs to win this more for the longevity of his career than Povetkin does. But anyway, let me know what you think down in the comments. Thank you all very much for watching. See you all again soon. Take care. Goodbye.